Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Hey, some of these women been trying to come at me in the comments now on different videos. Like one in particular be trying to come at me sometime, and she tried to come at me on this last 10 things video. And like I say, I do way more than 10 things. You know, I ain't perfect, but I'm gonna win these arguments about what I am as a man and what some of y'all are as women. I'm gonna win that every time. So now I gotta get on the men. I gotta get on the men because y'all know how I do. We All Subjects channel over here. We don't show partiality or favoritism. You know, we want things to improve, especially amongst us blacks, because as y'all can see, we still got weak links, letting white people who don't even like us come in like they calling shots and running things. Hey, Pearly, you still making videos? You still making video? Hey, if y'all watching her at this point and you black, there's no hope for you. There's no hope for you. Like, she be trying to act like she better than black women and all kind of stuff. There's no hope for you. If you still watching Pearly or taking up for Pearly, yeah, I'm going to keep roasting you, but there's no hope for you. Especially y'all who would fight a black person with everything you got, and a white person, you would be scared to fight them with everything you got. Y'all some clowns. If it came down to it, they can get KO'd just like anybody else. With them, you just got to make sure you can justify it, because you already know they're going to try to punish you to the furthest extent. So something happened in Milwaukee, right? A couple years ago. I'm going to kind of watch how I talk about this. This one white guy started some stuff with a black dude, right? The black dude punched him. He hit his face on the ground the wrong way and died. When all the details came out, they didn't care. They said, he going to prison. He in prison right now. So y'all know, don't try to act like, I don't believe, me personally, I don't say that they supreme, and I don't believe they supreme, but there is a such thing as white supremacy. White supremacy don't mean they supreme. It just mean they making themselves that way and giving themselves advantages. That don't mean they actually supreme. But they do have advantages that we don't have as black people. I mean, we can't lie about it. But on this one, I'm talking about 10 things that black men need to change. And like I said about the women, if this don't apply, let it fly over your head. Don't holler if you're not a hit dog. Because when you holler, I know you a hit dog. You hear that, save your wound, black woman? Oh, you a hit dog. Hey, I ain't heard from you since you called me the crusty lip king. But now I come with this 10 things video, and here she come for my head again. So I got the 10 things that guys need to change. And this is, like I say, this probably don't apply to every black dude. But if it apply to you, you need to change it. Because you helping people like Nick Fuentes think he's better than he really is by these things that I'm going to mention. And let's begin. Number 1, you need to let go of thug life and thug culture. If y'all saw how I was in the 90s, 94, 95, 96, you wouldn't be able to believe it. Some people don't. But the people who was out there with me, they already know how it was. But other people outside looking in, I've been accused of making up this, making up that. And the guys that was with me, I be telling them like, yeah, man, they try to act like I made it. They be getting mad. Like, man, F them. They don't know. Because if you ever worked in a jail, you know what I'm talking about. Sometimes stories are shared because the story shared might help the individual. Like, I worked with a lot of juvenile. And sometimes I would share stories with them to show them, hey, I'm not better than you. I just make better choices. And then you have white silver spoon guys that think because they take kickboxing class and because they got a couple muscles that took them practically 3 years to get, trying to downplay what I'm saying. And you got to watch how you confront them. I told y'all about one in particular. I confronted him when I was leaving. I said, yeah, I don't work here no more. What you got to say now? He ain't had nothing to say, but he was up there telling them kids that I was making it up. Ain't never been to my block. They probably have robbed him if he go over there. But he know, for some strange reason, he knew everything that was going on. Man, the dude was a clown. The dude is a clown. Like, it's clowns in Milwaukee, clowns in Waukesha, clowns are everywhere. I'm surprised the circus ain't more popular with all these clowns walking around. And he definitely was one. And then people like, he shouldn't have did that. You know how people, they always want, when they can't find no fault with you, they always want to create one. Everybody at that job knew I was about God, and man of God. They couldn't accuse me of messing with none of the women or nothing. But I was talking this red pill talk. And I was having a little street conversation. I was telling them dudes, man, all y'all niggas some snitches. Like, I was telling them the truth, and I was getting in trouble sometime. But I was telling them the truth, and I believe it was helping some of them. But then you had guys like this white guy who ain't never dealt with hood people in his life, was practically the softest staff there, trying to buy kids, making it hard for other staff that work behind him because he just catering to them. They telling me, man, Howard, man, we don't want you over here, man. We're such and such. Because he just trying to buy them and stuff. Then he had the nerve to talk on me. I don't believe in just attacking people, but I had to let him know about himself. He wouldn't have did me like that. Yes, I would have. I would have did, if I had proof on anybody, I would have did him like that day. Because I ain't worked there no more. It wouldn't have mattered who it was. People talking about, he wouldn't did that. Man, who is you? See, that's the thing. If y'all ever worked in jails, y'all know what I'm talking about. It's always them couple dudes that they head is blew up by the women there and by other things. But listen, man, to me, you just a man. To me, every man is just a man. Now, can I get God? Of course. I can get God, of course. But what I look like being scared of another man? You ain't God. You didn't create the heavens and the earth. Bam, they could get me. I'm going to rise right back up and keep living just in a different realm. They can't stop me. They can only kill a body if he lit them. So I don't worry about these guys. But this particular dude was in there talking all this nonsense, man. Then we hearing about him calling people the N-word. I said, yep, he never had me fooled. But I believe it all started between me and this person. Because we was working on a pod together. We call them pods, like it's different parts of the building. And he did something he wasn't supposed to do. And I didn't let them blame it on me. I'm like, what you talking about? I wasn't even over here. You better talk to him. He took it the wrong way. He shouldn't have been acting soft. We had a kid that wasn't supposed to be out of his room because he had strep throat. And we come back from the gym and he got him on the phone. Keep in mind, they get phone calls all night. The kid got strep throat. What the hell he doing on the phone? So the nurse tried to jump back and I had to put her in her place. Like, man, you better talk to him. What you talking to me for? See, people used to try to act like I'm a bad guy, but they was constantly being disrespectful. And so I'm a bad guy because I wasn't taking none of it. Or he wouldn't have did me like that. Yes, I would have. Anybody. I know they watch my video. Y'all think I care? Because I know somebody told me that's what they were saying. He wouldn't have did. Who was you? I deal with far worse monsters out here. I grew up with dudes that was way more monster than you will ever be in your life. But these guys, they just arrogant. We had dudes in our neighborhood back in the 90s, 1990, 91 with Tech 9s, AK-47. Y'all just now getting them. We had a dude in our neighborhood that I went to school with. He had like an AK-47 in 91. He probably still in jail. He killed, I think, he killed one of the police officers. He wounded the other one because he was trying to go to the neighborhood bar. He got into it with a dude at our neighborhood bar, and he was going to get him. And people's like, man, what's going on, man? What you? He just walking with his gun out. That's how long it was. Because he couldn't hide it. He walking down, somebody called the police on him. And when the police came, he shot one of them and killed them. Well, really, he shot both of them. The other one survived. These the type of dudes in my neighborhood, but these guys think, are you serious? You good? You all right? These is guys that grew up in my neighborhood. Guys that was in jail with Dahmer. Come to the block telling us the stories about how they was taunting them in there. But these little guys on YouTube and at that job, come on, man. It was quite comical to me. People think because you don't want to fight at work, but then you leave out, okay, we leaving out together. Nothing said. All right, cool. But then you keep hearing all these make-believe stories. Y'all, if anybody worked in jail, you know what I'm talking about. When people get mad at you, they twist things that actually happen. They make it like it's something totally different than what really happened. That's just human nature. But let's get into this list. And by the way, it was black people, just like with Pearly, taking up for this dude. Just like okay, here's something that happened some years ago at the same facility. Now get this. So we all heard about the racist comments that this one particular white guy was making. We got, in the building, you have the east side, which is East 1, East 2. South side, South 1, South 2. South 2 is the girls. And then you have the west side, West 1, West 2, West 3. Well, they had switched it where they had a certain program on the west side, other than West 1. West 2, West 3, it was a certain program. So one particular staff was in there making racist jokes like what looks good hanging from trees, that kind of stuff. And so, hey, people didn't want to get in trouble, so people was confronting them in their own way, right? We just trying to work through it. We trying to work through it. We knew he was up there saying the stuff. We trying to work through it. But one particular time, there was a girl that was on the deletion watch, the S word, and they give them this black gown. They can't have no clothes on because they think they might try to make something out of it. So She acting up on the unit, so brought her up front. We brought her up front and was gonna put her in these other cells, the isolation cells or whatever. We helping him restrain her, right? So I take her hands and I put them behind her back so we can handcuff her. The dude grabs my hand. Now keep in mind, he was just up there making racist comments. He grabs my hand and throws it out the way. I got up and I pushed him. And once again, people, oh, you wouldn't have did me like that. Yes, I would have. Yes, I would have. I don't know, guys be cocky, man. If you would have did what he did, it wouldn't have mattered who you was. I liable would have did that to the supervisor. Don't push me out the way over no paycheck like I can't get another job. If they would have did it, I would have did it to them. So he grabbed my hand and threw it out the way, and I'm helping him. After he was making all them racist comments, when I pushed him, we arguing and stuff. I said, yeah, I got some words for you after work too. He touched me. The other dude was just running his mouth and left off the pot. He actually touched me. So we argued. The next day, what do you think them black people did? Some of them. They took his side. Oh, he ain't have to do all that. This been going on. You always gonna have Stevens from Django. Man, he be going to him. They just want to say that because they debaucherous and they can't find debauchery in me. So every little thing I was doing, they was magnifying it. It was always somebody that was trying to magnify everything I do and say. The first time I was there, it wasn't as bad. The second time, they really was doing it. But, so the first thing I said is let go of thug life and thug culture. Like, it's all right to help people, try to help them out, but we got to get past this as black people. It hasn't gotten us nowhere. All it's gotten us is a whole bunch of funerals, a whole bunch of jail visits. It ain't gotten us nothing positive. And they keep feeding it to us, and y'all keep watching it. I'm not watching them movies no more. I don't watch Power. I don't watch BMF. Nothing against dude. Or nothing against none of them. But I just don't watch it for that reason. Because we need to let that go. Now, if you gotta be gangster to survive, like especially the stuff that might happen in the future, do what you gotta do. But don't be trying to live that way because you depleting the numbers. You helping white supremacy. They steady, them dudes humping with their little pink wing ding. And y'all killing each other out here. So it's gonna be more who then? Number 2, be ambitious in ways that don't fight against your freedom. That go hand in hand with number 1. There's ways to make money. People making more money on YouTube than some of y'all making on the street. Instagram, Facebook, businesses. Now you dudes, for instance, you cut hair. You could call yourself the mobile barber. Be like, I make house visit. You gotta be careful though, because a lot of dudes try to rob you. So you gotta be careful. You know, when you make them visits, tell them that can't nobody else be there. So be ambitious in ways that don't fight against your freedom. Number 3, we gotta read more as black men. You gotta read more. You gotta do research. You gotta watch some videos and break them down, take notes, and then go do some Google searches. Go to the library. Like they try to say, we got to destroy that stereotype. If you want to hide something from black people, put it in the book. We got to destroy that stereotype. Number 4, control your sexual passions. Y'all dudes be having sex with girls you don't even like, unprotected, getting them pregnant, and you don't even like them. That's some of why these dudes don't be there for their kids. That's some of it. Number 5, we got to respect other black men better. How do we do this? How do we do this? By showing love. If you don't like somebody, you tell them how you feel and just get away from around them. On YouTube, you keep roasting them. But, for the most part, we got to respect. Like, if they stop taking up for Pearly and stop making excuses, you think I'm going to keep coming after them? No. I'm coming after them because they keep trying to justify what they did. That's the only reason why I'm still on them. I got plenty stuff to talk about. I'm still on them. Angry Man just made another video, once again, bashing blacks and taking up for Pearly. Man, you don't got no business savvy. Why you got to grift? Really, at this point, it seems like they trolling. But like I told y'all, some stuff going on. Just starting to make me believe she got something on them. Them dudes be married. Some of them dudes is married, so if they messing with her, she got something on them. But that's why they need to do number 4. Can't no woman come and say, oh, well, like, when I was in, that relationship, marriage, all that, can't no woman truthfully come and say, she did this, she did that. Because it never even went there, nowhere, no how. But with some of y'all, they can, because you're not controlling your sexual passion. You can't control your sexual passions, then you need to unleash them by yourself and you yourself. You hear that, Lapeef? If that's true about you, man, listen, man. You grifting. If that's true, that will make him a grifter. Because they don't do nothing but try to tell people how to be. And a lot of that advice, I really kind of slowed down watching that show because they got to saying some old crazy stuff on there. Like talking about who can be a man and who should have kids. And then she was doing that. What's her name? Lucky? Talking about who she'll submit to and who she won't. That's why I don't want my sons dealing with them urbanized, super hyper urban women. I want them dealing with women that can learn with them the freakiness of sex. I don't want them dealing with these promiscuous freaks because all they're going to do is they don't know what they doing. And they're going to put it on my sons. And then they're going to be all messed up because they don't know how to stay in no relationship. They too promiscuous. Too much trauma. Number 6, be more willing to form brotherhood and business partnerships. Everybody can't say, man, that's why I don't F with niggas. If everybody say that, we lose. We lose. Because then hardly nobody else F with us. Goofy. Number 7, stop scheming and scamming. Somebody do. I kid you not, I call them African booty scratchers. And I don't say it when they racist, nor do I say it to the ones that ain't like that. But I direct that specifically towards them Nigerians and all them dudes over there that's scamming. Duke is a Nigerian. Duke is my guy. I like Duke. But we talking about the ones that's over there right now that be scamming old ladies out of their money. Scamming. What they do is, and it's not just Nigeria, it's other parts. What they do is they'll clone somebody's Facebooks just trying to be friendly, and then they'll start asking for money. So they cloned my sister-in-law. They cloned her Facebook, and I knew it. So I said, did such and such create a new Facebook? And I found out she didn't. She said, no, they cloned my page. The dude came back on her page and asked me for $150. She said, can you send me $150? I already knew she ain't gonna ask me for no $150. So I said, yeah, I can send you the FBI. He responds with comment. So stop scheming and scamming. Just trying to scam people's cash app. Trying to scam people. You in there trying to take pictures of people's card they using. People can't leave their wallet around you. You always scheming and scamming, man. You know that's less of a man, right? Now that's less of a man for real. Forget about what white people say. If you got to scam to have money in your pocket, you being less of a man. And that don't matter what color you are. You being less of a man. You not being man. You not being a man. Because even women don't do that. You not even being a woman. Most women don't even do that. Like, I heard a story. I'm trying to think of where I heard that from. The dude told a girl, let me put your number in my phone. Or no, he said, let me put my number in your phone. When she gave him her phone to put his number in it, he sent himself $1,000 from her Cash App. That stuff right there. Stop doing that. You a clown, man. You gotta stop doing that. Number 8, be drug free. Why do you have to get high? Why do you have to get high? Why do you have to get high? What's going on in your life that is making you think that the answer is being addicted to drugs? You a man. You a black man at that. You got warrior in your blood. They had to literally figure out how to build weapons to beat our ancestors. They wasn't beating them hand to hand. But y'all, you might as well be like this. When you smoke your pipe, you might as well just bend your wrists. Cause you ain't, dude, come on, man. Number 9, reject everything that will fight against. It's kind of similar as number 2. Number 2, I said be ambitious in ways that don't fight against your freedom. And number 9, I'm saying reject everything that will fight against your freedom if you do it. That'll fight against your freedom in life if you do it. Everything and everybody. See, y'all do use a lame. If you go into prison, who's the real lame? If you out here habitually doing things that's going to prison, but I'm a lame, you got to look at other dudes wing-ding in the shower. You can't even shower by yourself, but I'm a lame, though. I used to tell them dudes, man, Howard, you lame. Thank you. Why are you saying thank you? Because I don't want to be like you. I ain't going to lie to you. And they always talking about who's snitching. Everything I was practically saying, they was telling their workers. Man, Howard be down here. Number 10, last but not least, stop lying to women. Listen, that's not game. If you gotta lie, so what about you? You got a woman? Nah, I'm single. No, he don't got a woman. He got 3 women. And he not practicing polygyny, because polygyny, you don't lie to him. You tell him exactly what you're doing. So you got a woman? Nah. So you married? Nah, I ain't married. Liar. Liar. Stop lying to these women. That's why people don't know. I don't know what Lil Peep be saying. That's his business. But when you gonna get on here and talk about relationships, though, you got to clean out the closet. So they're saying that he's married, but some people are saying that he's not. But we ain't gonna watch Duke the Don video from last night if you want to hear about that. I'm gonna talk about it once I get more detail. Because people want to act like they subs make them more valid. We seeing that every day. That don't make you more valid. Okay, Sneako valid then. Well, if subs make you valid, Sneako valid. You see what I'm saying? So stop lying to these women. But that's all I had on that. I'm gonna do a short under the same title, so stay tuned. We'll come back with more videos later on. 1, maybe 2. I might watch some TV. I know how I get when I watch TV. Hey, I don't own nothing that I might show. I just might be watching TV. But this is the Truth Man. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. Stay tuned.